Security, the issue is very clear that the security of a state is the sole business of the chief executive of that state. It is his duty to ensure that the lives and properties of the citizenry is secured. And so my duty would be to make sure that all the security apparatus in the state are well coordinated and put together to make sure that there is a direction of safety for everybody. This is where the role model issue comes on board. Our children from the homes where you make it impossible for our mothers, empower them to make sure that they can talk to their children. The upbringing of the home, the ethical values that we used to be known for in Edo State have all been washed away, where our children, our youths no longer even obey their parents. They also have to go out to fend for their parents.
What do you think is responsible for that?
What's responsible is just lack of employment. There's no employment. There is a social value that has been eroded over time. And these are things that must be brought back. Empower the women, make sure that they can speak to their children. I grew up with my grandmother, and all she does is to speak to me with her eyes because she can provide for all that I need. I don't have any reason to go out. When I'm going to school, my mother can buy my books. She can help my father, help the home, and make sure that things are okay. All the child will do is to read. These are the values that have left, and they must be brought back. These are the things, this is where to start from, because all of that things are there. And I believe if government, the executive governor can equip and kind of partner with the federal government, a lot of things will be well done. This is strategic to industrialization in Edo State.
And
so
you think that is not being done at the moment?
It's not done.
This partnership you talk about,
well,
is there any state in Nigeria that is not partnering with the federal government in the provision of security in their states?
Well, from what I've experienced in Edo State, especially very, very recently, from statistics, there is an average of 7 kidnapping in Edo State on monthly basis. Find out. Well over an uncountable number of robberies take place. I've experienced it. I've seen it even on the highway. And when recently the governor's personal secretary was assassinated, the governor himself, who is the executive custodian of security, took to the streets in protest. Against who? It's automatic that the state is a failed state when you talk about security. It's unheard of. It's impossible. Most of us have lost loved ones to armed bandits, to kidnappers, and even most of the security agencies have also lost people in the process of rescue. Who would they protest to? Is it not the same government? See, as far as I'm concerned, when we're talking about security, for Edo State, it's a first state. And I want to also explain that the choice of people you put in your government, they must be people of proven character and role models to the people they want to govern. They are aware that some of the commissioners, special advisors, have questionable characters, and are those the people you want your Edo youths to look up to?
So if we understand you correctly, the state of emergency and security would entail partnering with security agencies and equipping them.
Equipping them.
Now you've mentioned this advisors in two different contexts now. The first context was when you said the military were not alone, because when they came in they would pick advisors, and the implication was that they picked bad advisors. And so now you've talked about having good advisors again. So should we assume that you have a crop of ready and waiting good advisors who will help you in taking Edo State forward should you win in July 14th?
Imoni said a few minutes ago that I came in new in politics, and I am riding this high. And I believe that a leader is as good as his advisors put together. I want to assure you that the steps I have advanced in PDP today has to do with the crop of leadership PDP has put in place to ensure victory at the polls of 2012, July 14, and to, in the process, put a team together that will quickly transform Edo State. We also intend to partner with other PDP states, especially in the South-South. If we look at what is happening in Akwa Ibom, I have been opportune to be in River State to take a look at the structure they have put in place to enhance good governance in River State, especially that state coming from a process of demilitarizing their polity. We need to partner with these people so that we can quickly transform Edo State. We are putting this crop of people together, and I'm sure we'll do it.
Okay, so I just want, you talked about the South-South governors, and it was noted recently, I think in Punch, that when there was the PDP working committee to kickstart your campaign or take Edo back, the 5 South-South governors did not make it to that meeting, even though they were invited. What's your take on that?
No, they came. They were represented. The governor of Cross River State was on ground. The deputy governor of Delta was on ground.
So you think you have the support of the South-South?
Sure. In fact, they are yearning to bring Edo State back into the PDP fold. Don't forget that that is the zone that produced the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I'm sure they will do everything possible to support the process of the election. They're on ground. They're with us.
All right, thank you, General. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at other aspects of the Edo State politics.
Bros Charlie, now waiting you want. You know see Ring Road, you know see Airport Road, you know see Akpakpava, Sapele Road. Bros Oceans, our people they hungry. Bros Oceans, our people they die. No work for the youths, kidnapping every day. Demolition of houses, confusion everywhere.
Now when you give person better chop, go to house, hospital where medicine and doctor dey, school where teacher dey happy, and work jabrata for our youth. Now that one they call true development. All we people don't yamutu for hungry, and all our house and business place don't destroy with caterpillar. People of Edo State. For this election where it comes, so make we vote for person we go bring true happiness and better life for we all. We need somebody like Charles Ariabe, where no better thing to do first. Vote Charles Ariabe for governor of Edo State. Vote the new PDP. Charles Ariabe, you are the man. Edo State people fit trust.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Welcome back from that break. Edo Decides 2012, and the PDP candidate is on the hot seat today. Please join us on the program. Send your questions to edodecides2012@yahoo.com or to an SMS short code 33128. An SMS short code 33128. Keep the questions coming. Now, talking about programs, General, one has been watching the campaigns, your campaigns, the PDP campaigns on television every now and then. The last, of course, the big one was last weekend when the Vice President, the national chairman of the party, and other party leaders came into Benin City. And the trend seems to be that most of these campaigns are just mere jamborees, nothing, no substance in what is said at such campaigns. The Vice President spoke for about 5 to 6 minutes when he was here. He didn't, to my knowledge, say anything that was categorical. You were also there. You didn't make any promises, and your critics say that each time you make promises, your promises are vague. You talk of declaring emergency in 3 key areas, and you do not go beyond that to talk about how you are going to address those areas of emergency.
Let me quickly correct 1 or 2 statements that the campaign does not have the content that is desired by the people. It does have. I have gone through the 18 local government areas of Edo State. I've also gone through campaigning in the 192 wards. I visited them personally. And I also took some statistics. Statistics of widows, statistics of widowers, statistics of the unemployed, physically challenged, children in the various wards. And I can give you statistics to help the process of rapid development when we come to power. Let me quickly take you through some of the problems we have observed, especially in the infrastructure, schools, and health. The infrastructure development in Edo State has been centered on just roads and roads alone, without economic values. And what we intend to do is to quickly complete those roads when we come in, review them and complete them. And the only type of roads we'll be interested in are economic roads, the roads that will lead to farm settlements, join the communities together. I just give you one example. If you are living in Kenwa now and you want to go to the headquarters of Ovia Northeast, the headquarters of Ovia Northeast is at Okada. You may not find your way there in less than 3 hours because you must come out, hit the ring road, and probably get back through Uselu, Ekiadolo, back to Igwabazowa Junction before you move to Okada. That takes you another. So how can development take place in that direction? So you must network the local government together in terms of infrastructural development. And within my 100 days in office, I intend to come up with Operation Fill Potholes very quickly. Give hotlines to people across the state to make sure that where a pothole exists, you block. And then it's motorable. Where this is unfortunate is that right on Boundary Road, if there is a robbery or there is any emergency on Boundary Road, a vehicle is not likely to move fast to help whoever is in distress because of the floods. You find just 10 minutes rainfall in Edo State. And I believe that with a quick cleaning process, all the drains, clean all the drains. These unemployed youths are around, clean the drains, and Edo State or even the capital, because most of Edo State capital, even the local government capitals are like cities you find in war-torn areas. And it's unbelievable for a state that is this rich like Edo State. We'll do that. Then we'll quickly move to the healthcare services, where virtually we are spending over 2.2 billion just to do the central hospital, and it's because of the unusual nature of the contract. 2.2 billion spent so far, and the building has come down. There are existing hospitals. Stella Obasanjo Hospital is there. We have one in Irua. We can quickly re-equip them, remodel them to state-of-the-art, and ensure that there's healthcare services for our children below the age of 5, our pregnant women from 3 months pregnancy up to delivery. No matter the complications, government is responsible, and healthcare is free for pregnant women to make sure that infant mortality is taken care of. Because today it's about 15 out of every 1,000 children you have. And I think it's unacceptable for Edo State. We can quickly address that. Then you take care of our senior citizens. Those that are above 70, pensioners, they're at home. You take care of them. Healthcare, the healthcare is taken care of by government. And we make sure that we deliberately have a specialist hospital in every senatorial district. At that level, we have taken care of healthcare for our people. You encourage the doctors, those that are even ready to work in the rural areas, you give them special salary, have houses for them. They'll work.
Okay, General, so that we don't get this all mixed up.
Yes.
This is on television, this is on radio. Yes. And I can assure you that there are Edo citizens, Edo voters, who just may be recording this for record purposes. So that if you win on July 14th, they would play back all of this in their minds or play it back physically